Hey guys, I've just finished up filling one of my sketchbooks, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of it. I use my sketchbook for kind of rough workings out of ideas and just for kind of fun. It's not super neat and like high quality compositions or anything like that, but I thought it might be interesting to take a little look through. Okay, so this is my most recent sketchbook that I filled. I've always written kind of my name and the start and end dates in my sketchbook. So as you can see, I started this one in January this year. And my initial intention was for this to become kind of like a diary come sketchbook. And that lasted all of about a week or so. As you can see, I've kind of put in, just hiding this because it's a bit embarrassing, but I did some things that I was looking forward to this year, going to Lisbon, reading some more books and going to the cinema. And yeah, after a while it just kind of turned back into a regular sketchbook. This is a drawing I did of my boyfriend when we were on the train to go on holiday. He's always asking me to draw him. And then this is the start of some kind of live drawing that I did. This was at King's Cross station. I found it really difficult because at the time I hadn't done very much live drawing before, and where people were moving around so quickly, I just really struggled with that. So it was a difficult place to start. And then this is some more live drawing at Luton Airport. I just drew someone who was asleep, so that was quite easy. Guy with earbuds in, and some of the different kind of signs and stuff that were around that kind of caught my eye. This is when we actually got to Lisbon. I usually take a sketchbook with me and some kind of simple coloured pencils, and so yeah, hence why it's kind of the Lisbon ones are kind of like this, just in one tone. This was the view outside our Airbnb, which I quite enjoyed, and there was a little balcony where I could sit and draw it. This was a gateway at a train station. I just really liked the kind of the pattern in the glass and stuff and thought it was super cool. And then when I got home, I think I just did this in front of the TV one day with some coloured pencils. And I like to use like a spray fixative after I finish, otherwise stuff gets super smudgy and messy, and when you start drawing on the other page it transfers to this one, so a spray fixative is the way to go. Yeah, like I said, these are just kind of some rough notes for workings out for some different ideas I had. This was my train drinks drawing. I don't know if you've seen that on my grid, you should check it out. I like to draw kind of leaves and flowers a lot because I don't love the way I draw it at the moment, so I'm trying to figure out a good way to kind of get it to go in. So yeah, always working on that. This is a neater kind of drawing of my train drinks. You can see like the Idiot's IPA and what else we got? The Diane Abbott Cosmo from M&S. So yeah, that was a really fun one that I liked. And then this page you can see there's, I don't know if the pencil ones are showing up as well, but these are some sketches that I've done for a cycle project that we've been working on. I'm also part of Sure Things Studio, which is a design and marketing team. And yeah, we've been working on a project for our local council all about getting people to use their bikes in and around Deal. Another little bike. This is just like a little composition I copied from Pinterest, I think. I like to do that quite frequently, just as a fun little exercise. If I see something I like, I'll probably copy it and hope that that kind of develops my style a bit in that direction I want to go in. This was just like a fun little exercise to get the juices going one day. I just kind of started with not too much thought or intention behind it and just saw where it took me, and I ended up here, which I quite liked. Same again with this one. This is some Chinese food that I drew one day. Not the easiest thing to draw rice and noodles and things like that, so it's always good to practice. This is just some working out with a brush pen that I got, was playing around with that one day. And this is a composition that I like to do quite regularly actually, where it's kind of shapes and objects that I'm familiar with or that I have around me. And I like to just kind of put them in a layout like this and just see what comes up, and I really enjoy doing that. This isn't one of my best ones, but it's not everything's going to be, is it? This is an illustration I did of Brittany Bathgate from Instagram. I really liked her outfit, so I decided to draw it, which is how that came out. Next we have this lyric from Lizzo. She's got a song called Water Me, and this is from that, and the song was just going round and round in my head for ages, so I just had to get it out one day when I was just kind of being freeform. I used watercolour pencils for a bit and pens and normal pencils, so it's a bit of a mix, and it was really fun to do. It was quite different to anything I'd done before at that point. This is a drawing of a hotel that was featured in Accidentally Wes Anderson's Instagram. If you don't follow that, I would really recommend it. I get loads of references from there and just general colour inspiration and things like that. Some more practice of leaves and flowers and plants, just trying to figure out more ways to do it. Oh yeah, this is a quote from RuPaul. I think it's from Sissy That Walk, but he says this quite a bit, and I think it's a cool phrase to just remember once in a while. And yeah, the colours, pretty simple, just black and orange. Again, this is something I copied from Pinterest. I thought it was really nice. The colours were really cool, and the style of the typography I enjoyed quite a bit. So this was just one of those occasions where I was like, oh, I like that, and kind of did a little exercise. This is some designs for like a schedule of a programme of events, and this was again for our council project. There's lots of different cycle tours you could join in on, and we kind of thought about some ideas for different layouts for the schedule, because there was quite a lot of information to convey, so that took a while to kind of figure it out and get things organised in a cohesive kind of way. This was from a Sketchy Bitches meetup in Margate. We did some live drawing on the beach after looking around the Turner Contemporary. There's a few more of these here. I think Sketchy Bitches is coming back to Margate sometime soon, and I really want to go, so let me know if you're going to that. Yeah, that's not showing up too well. Okay, this is a building on Margate seafront, and this time my live drawing was a bit more successful. I think because being on a beach, people were in the positions for much longer, and there was like a nice variety of poses and body types and stuff all around, so that was a really good practice for some live drawing, having not too much experience. This is a picture that was uploaded to Instagram by Haim, Danielle and Alana Haim, and I really love them and thought it was such a cool image, so I decided to draw it. Oh, this was a cool one. This was the start of some ideas for my flavour profile series, where I don't know why, but I was just thinking about flavours and textures that I love in food, like the combination of smooth and creamy makes me think of peanut butter, and cold and sweet as ice cream, salty and crunchy crisps and chips and things like that. So I tried to sort of convey the characteristics of the food in the font. And yeah, this was a continuation of me doing more kind of typography work, which I've been enjoying doing. So take a look at my grid if you'd like to see this series, because they're all up there. And of course everyone has random things like a fridge in their sketchbook. This is, I've started a Pinterest board of buildings and things that I love, and I've started a new sketchbook where I just draw like a different building on each page, and this was just like a mid-century modern American building that I really liked, and I think this was probably the root of that idea of the new sketchbook. So yeah, I've just been enjoying some buildings recently, and this is one of them. I don't know if you can be able to see this one too well either, but there's like a sports car on my road, and it's covered in, like, half of it is covered in a tarpaulin, and the way that the ropes and binds kind of have secured it down, the form of the car comes through in a just cool way. And I think it was just like a striking image that I enjoyed and decided to take a picture and draw. And I think my photo probably came out better than the drawing, but hey ho. This is, again, from Yoga with Adrian, some of her key catchphrases. If you know Adrian, then you'll probably would have heard some of these, like, it's allergy season, always seems to be allergy season in Austin in Texas, where she's from. Texas tea, when you lay down on the floor with your arms spread side to side. Find what feels good, take your dog for a walk. They're all classic Adrian phrases, I'm sure you probably know. This was the start of, I've been designing Christmas cards to sell in my hometown for the past, this will be my 3rd year doing it. And here was some kind of ideas to get me started this year. I wanted to do more of a scene with people wandering around the buildings and stuff like that. So that was kind of practicing what I kind of wanted it to look like. And here's some more workings out from that. I took a bit of inspiration from an M&S family planner that we have in our house, and there's lots of illustrations like this all through the seasons that I just really loved. And the style of people, like, you can get so much character through them, but with very little, kind of very simple forms and shapes. This guy was actually featured in my most recent grid post. He's made it onto the design as it is now. I mean, it could change quite a bit before it goes out, but he's on at the moment. This is a deal here with a Christmas tree, some more Christmassy ideas that I was going through. And then this page is just different people. Sometimes I like to search hashtags on Instagram, and this was like a street style hashtag, different people, fashionable people in cool clothes. It's quite fun to draw. I'm trying to get more into drawing without a pencil, like an HB pencil, and just drawing with coloured pencils. And I'm finding it really cool, actually, because it's much more liberating. You don't have to stay within the lines. You don't have these messy like graphite stains all over the page and stuff. So yeah, I've been enjoying the kind of freedom of that and the style that comes along with it. Here I've got some just kind of thumbnails. So this is a lot of how I work my ideas out, is I just do some super rough sketches of different layouts and different kind of images in them, and kind of see what's working, rather than working up a whole sketch and getting to the end and finding you need to move it around a bunch. Just get it all done in this form and then work it up from there. And this year I'm trying to make a desk calendar. I made one for my mum last year and gave it to her for Christmas, and I'm hoping to make one again for her and to sell one as well. So I'm just working on some different ideas there. I've got like a couple of landscapes. I'm finding it really hard to find a cohesive theme that's going to work for 12 different cards. So that's just something I'm working out at the moment, which led me on to this, which is different clothes for different seasons. So this kind of spread was winter. So I've got like a puffer jacket, marshmallow on a stick, scarf, and then summer, some sandals, sun cream, a melon, just things like that. But the problem that I'm facing at the moment is I don't know if I could make them into 12 individual enough sort of pieces. I don't know, I may work something out with that, but we'll see how that goes. This was, again, some more natural sort of drawing. This was from a greenhouse that I went to that was part of like a stately home near where I live, and they had some cool like aloe plants and cacti and stuff, so I took a picture there and just decided to draw that recently. And yeah, this is just kind of the dregs at the end. Recently I put up a picture of an illustration that I did of sort of bar equipment and accoutrements, and this was kind of the beginnings of that. You've got the shaker and spoons and a muttler and things like that. And then I thought it might be cool to do a snack illustration. I don't know, still might do that. So yeah, we come to the end. I've just got some rough notes scribbled on the back here, and that's it.